I'm Cassandra and I wanted to make a bit of a video diary just at the beginning, the middle and the end of my experience with the Mentor Mentee program at Deakin. I've just been asked to be a mentor. I'm really flattered by Kate Harvey, who is in the School of Education, and I'm sort of in the School of Arts, I suppose, with culture, with communication and creative arts. So I think we've got a lot to learn from one another. I do have a bit of a history with Kate. I think it's kind of fun and exciting, really. We were both at the Deakin Anza Teaching Awards a couple of years ago, and I met Kate because we were both getting a teaching award, and we were both vying for the spot next to the tray of sushi, as you do at Deakin Prime, and it also happens to be the spot in which the waiters and waitresses come out with the new hot food. So it was the ample spot to be in. We were elbowing one another out of the way, and we had a bit of a laugh at the fact that we knew where to be and where the place was for the food, and of course for the many glasses of champagne on the tables. So we struck up a conversation. Kate was actually doing her masters at that point, and I said to her, I'm actually a pretty good proofreader. If you don't mind me looking at your thesis, I'd be happy to proofread for you. And of course, not too long after that, she sent me her thesis. I got involved a little bit with her project, getting really interested in what she was doing, especially with primary schools and history, and so we kind of called one another every now and then on the phone. So now that she's asked me to be her mentor, I'm kind of excited about the next stage of our relationship. So I thought I'd just take a couple of video diaries and let you know how it's going. Okay, bye. Hello, this is my second diary entry for the Mentor Menteeship program at Deakin. I've had a few meetings with Kate at Burwood, which is her home campus, and I kind of live between Geelong and Burwood, so I see my HDR students, and so it's nice to talk to my HDR students and talk to Kate, who's also really wonderful with her students, and share our experiences about teaching. I think the most interesting thing that I learnt straight off was that Kate is a kind of new ongoing staff member. So although she's been at Deakin for a while on contracts and as a sessional, she's moved fairly newly into this kind of ongoing position. And so I had a lot of discussions with her about workload and managing her time. I have to say I'm a bit of a herd C hard ass. I like publications in good journals that'll get you points, that will certainly improve your profile and your track record. So we talked a lot about the difference between referee journals, other journals, esteem measures, the kinds of things that you kind of work towards to have a really good profile by the time you've racked up a few years in an institution. So she found that really interesting. But I think probably one of the things that I learnt from her, and I think this is the most important thing, because for some reason people think that the mentee learns from the mentor and that's the only kind of one-way relationship you have. But I've learned so much from Kate. I've learned about her interactive skills in the classroom, how she plans projects with students. They do great group work that works in education that sometimes doesn't work as well in arts, and that's why I'm kind of using some of her techniques to work on community and projects outside the universities so that the students can get a really great sense of achievement and group work and community service all kind of together. The other thing is she has really amazing things on her cloud Deakin site. So I like to think I've got a lot of good things on mine, so I showed her mine and she showed me hers, and she has these incredible resources that her students can take to their schools, because a lot of the students that she teaches are training to be teachers themselves. And so not only does she use resources to teach the skills that she wants the students to have by the time they exit Deakin, but she gives them these resources to take into their classrooms and be able to use them. And I like that idea of these portable sources that are with the students for longer than just their time at Deakin. So I've learned a huge amount with that. I hope I've taught her something about the work kind of play balance, if you like. I think I've had a number of jobs, and probably the hardest thing with academia is balancing that fact that you want to have weekends and you want to have time after 5 to be with your family and my cat children as I always talk about with my students and my friends. So being able to designate certain amounts of time to work is really important, and it can be something that bleeds into a lot of your private time. So I've tried to sort of talk a bit about that. So it's been interesting so far. We've had some really great two-way kind of learning. So I hope that's going to continue, and I'll do another diary entry perhaps sort of towards the end. Okay, bye. Hello everyone. This is my final video diary. This is one of my cat children, Bellamy Moore, who gets me through my working week. It's the last week of lectures. I like to dress up for my lectures. We just did True Blood in Classics and Trash, so I'm a bit vampiric. But I wanted to make a final entry to say that despite the fact that, you know, the Mentor-Mentee program is sort of officially over, I suppose, in many ways, you know, it will never be over. Kate and I have built a really wonderful relationship. In the last kind of month or so since I did the previous video diary, we talked a lot about Kate's PhD. We talked about the fact that she's building a really incredible network of experts, and some of those people are actually approaching her, talking about the new history curriculum, about the IB. I'm learning all kinds of things about education and education policy and procedure I kind of never knew before. And Kate started to talk about conferences and what she should be doing at conferences in terms of, you know, getting papers published from the conference proceedings, those sorts of things. So I feel like, you know, she's well on the way to doing really amazing things, and I feel really enriched for having the experience of being a kind of official mentor of Kate. I mean, I think we probably always would have rung one another up and had a chat, but having a program like this that sort of formalizes it a little bit and allows you to have that relationship and asks you to develop it, I think it's been really fantastic. So good on Deakin for thinking it up, and thank you for the chance to be a part of it. I guess I wanted to say, you know, finally, that Kate did want to be a part of this video, but she's marking her butt off, and we all know what that's like. So farewell from me, and on behalf of Kate, farewell from her as well. Bye.